Welcome to another adventure with Getting Lost. Today we're at MacRitchie Reservoir to visit this nature reserve to see all its natural wonder. So join me after the intro as I explore this place with you. Welcome to MacRitchie Reservoir. As you can see here, this is the reservoir itself. And its waters here. The waters here are part of the Central Catchment Nature Reserve. And here you can actually rent canoe to actually canoe along the waters. Or walk along here, the reservoir. Or you can visit this rest area here. There are actually toilets, showers, lockers, and even a cafe here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you further in to the nature reserve right ahead of us there. And we will explore the boardwalk and the nature reserve itself. This is Singapore's first reservoir, which was officially opened in 1878, then known as the Impounding Reservoir. It was built to supply fresh water for the growing population of Singapore. This reservoir was expanded twice. It was renamed Thomson Road Reservoir in 1907 and its present name MacRitchie Reservoir in 1922 after municipal engineer James MacRitchie. Besides providing fresh water, the reservoir has been a popular place for recreation throughout all these years. And if you look around, you can actually see remnants of the British workmanship here. Like earlier, you saw under the pillars of the bridge, the pillars itself are actually ornately designed. And if you go to the pump station here, the roof of the pump station, as you can see, all these features here, all this cast iron work, all these decorative fixtures, these are definitely British workmanship. Okay. And a lot of the pump stations itself, you can actually see a lot of this British workmanship on it. And this area here, as you can see, this drain or this canal is actually where overflow from the reservoir will flow down here. Okay. And when it does, sometimes the water will be quite fast, quite rapid. And as you can see here, this is another old bridge. As by the design itself, it's a very utilitarian design, very basic, very functional. But you can also see that there are two types of railings here. The original bridge railing, which is at the bottom there, okay, with squarish tubing, whereas the modern one with the roundish tubing is the higher one, which was actually fixed, as you can see, much later. That is probably for safety reasons. And we are back at the rest area that we actually saw from the top of the reservoir earlier. And here are a lot of pictures about some history about MacRitchie Reservoir. And sometimes you can actually meet some of our neighbors from the forest itself. These are long-tailed macaw monkeys. Long-tailed macaw monkeys. Okay, they sometimes come in here during the hot days to enjoy the shade, or sometimes you can also see them in the trees nearby. But they actually live in the forest, a nature reserve. And this is the rest area itself. There are toilets and showers in there, sinks. Then there's a cafe over there, and a lot of billboards about the history and about the flora and fauna in the nature reserve. And something you can't escape in modern Singapore nowadays, the share bike. They are everywhere. I'm not kidding you. I went to Coney Island recently and you'll find them there too. Even the monkeys know how to use a share bike. They are that common. Anyway, this is the MacRitchie Reservoir itself, and this is one of the stations. I think it's a pump station. Okay, it's also very ornately designed, and probably was built during colonial times. But before we go there, let's explore some other places, like here, which is the Arts Performance Center with the zigzag bridge that's crossing the waters there. And if you go closer to the water's edge, you can see the water itself is very clean, very clear, even though it's a bit greenish due to algae, but still very clean. And there are fishes and turtles living inside the waters, and other creatures, I guess. Anyway, that was the art center, and right beside the art center on this small hill here is another interesting feature of the park itself, which is the grave of Limbaugh Singh. Mr. Limbaugh Singh was actually a war hero during World War II, and due to his contributions to the war effort, his grave has been placed here, and he also has a memorial in Esplanade Park in the city itself. So this is the grave, and this area here was reserved for him. Nice view of the reservoir. And let's head to one of the pumping stations. Which is above the water itself, so you'll get a very good view of the reservoir. Okay. As you can see, like I said earlier, the rooftop is very ornate with lots of cast iron moldings. Even the pillars itself, very ornate. Very, very ornate. They don't do this nowadays. And also a very interesting way of reinforcing the structure itself. And look at the waters. Look at the waters. The waters of MacRitchie Reservoir. Let me give you a panoramic view of it. Don't you find it quite beautiful where the sunshine is actually reflecting off the water and it glitters like gold? Look, there's another part of the reservoir over there. Yes, we'll be heading inside there later. One more round. Yes, let's look at the glittering waters. If I'm not mistaken, the buildings over there are actually condominiums. I don't think they are HDB. Anyway, we're heading on the Lornie Trail now. It's just one of the nature trails that you can actually take at MacRitchie Reservoir itself. And The first thing I've noticed as I'm walking along this trail itself is on the right itself, there's this small little bump of dirt, but it's not really a bump of dirt because there are bricks here. So either this was part of the reservoir where the water came up all the way to here, or there was a building at this area here itself. And also look at this thorny plant. I don't think I want to hug this plant. Too thorny for me. And let's keep walking. Look, a flower. Pretty purple flower. And you can see here the MacRitchie Reservoir waters. And in the next video, we will be walking here along the Champerai Trail, which is actually a broad walk that is at the edge of the reservoir. So you're able to walk on the edge of the reservoir itself, all the way around it. You're not the whole way, but part of the way. So this is the map where we're going to go next in the next video, where you will be able to walk on the broad walk itself, which is the Champerai Trail. So we already walked past MacRitchie Reservoir and heading now into the Central Catchment Nature Reserve. So watch the next video, because in the next video we'll be walking along the broad walk, which is very, very interesting. It's a very interesting place, very scenic place. You do not want to miss it. And as per usual, for those of you who have not done so, you know you want to do it. Please like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to join me for my next adventure. That's the most important thing. And see you next video. Bye bye.